make some takes and try to get a good one.
I was told this shift she needs to use the kitchen.
Oh shoot. Okay.
He's
Well,
so
she
shy.
does. She does that naked, right?
Well, last show that I haven't watched yet. I don't know if you could tell. She was right there, naked.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, she
all
was
the way,
naked.
all the way
No.
naked. No shoes,
No.
no shirt, no service.
Are you serious?
And that's why at one point
You were a little distracted.
I was laughing.
Dude, I love you guys. That's awesome.
That's so outside of the norm for.
Oh, we're recording. You want me to start it?
She wanted to get caught.
I don't think so.
Greg's recording already.
Oh, yeah.
He'll chop this.
No, he won't. He never does.
I chopped a lot of that. The last one we did together, the first of it, because there's a bunch of nothing there.
So how do we feel so far about your new format?
Hey now, welcome to GenLab. I'm Darren.
This is GT, and I am no cap in the ribeyes here.
No cap, and I am Roy. The insert your acronym here one.
And on GenLab, we typically talk about generational things and differences and all that. And we're on a new platform tonight. So this is almost like a test pilot. Right? Like weren't astronauts first test pilots, and they would go in experimental aircraft, very dangerous, and they were heroes. We're basically astronauts tonight.
Yeah. And so is it like Mustang made the Mustang and then they threw out the GT, which was like the greater, better,
Gran
improved
Turismo
version of the regular, right? Like a Mustang GT is like the hyped up. So is this the hyped up version of Greg?
Turismo. 5.0, baby.
I don't know. We're
Small
trying
block.
it. We'll see.
Rolling 5.0.
With my rag top down.
So the hair can blow.
That's right, baby. That's us.
A1A Beachfront Avenue.
That's right.
No.
It's a problem. We're the hairless, hair blowing 5.0 ragtop crew.
So check out my hooks while the DJ revolves it.
Yeah, that's right. We need to follow up with something from the last show, Darren, and you need to check with Riley to see if she actually was able to use Mug Down the next day.
Oh yeah.
I will, but I want to get Riley back on pretty quick, and we can just grill her.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I don't remember talking about Mugging Down. I never remember the show after I've done it, and when I listen back to it, it's like a brand new show, and I have not listened to that one yet.
You don't take notes, Darren?
It's out. It came out today, by the way, Roy.
Okay.
I don't know if you were in that one. Yeah, it was a good one.
I was
there. And Roy, if you want to boost it on your soch, feel free. But if you don't have to.
No, I'm going to see if I can get some clicks.
I
will see.
I will say though, the audio is not great because we had to use the cloud version, which is why we're on a new platform today.
So is that backlit situation Roy has? Is that going to be okay?
That would be sunshine.
It's okay.
In a hour, it'll be gone when the sun finishes.
I hear utensils being slammed around. Is that going to be okay?
Hey, Andrea.
I can't hear it.
I can't. Darren was complaining about the ice cubes. Are you going to get a lot of ice cubes?
Sounded like utensils.
No, that was the ice maker in a Stanley cup.
I would never keep someone from hydration. So never mind.
I'm not going to tell her that.
Shut up.
She's trying to send me upstairs. So I was wondering if does the color of your towel mean anything to you? I had a few questions left over from the whole shower discussion, and I was wondering, Does the color of your towel mean anything to you? Gray, white, black? I personally prefer a white towel. I feel like
I
it's cleaner.
I prefer
Like,
that also,
likewise.
Yeah.
but we don't have any for some reason.
I will do a light gray.
I mean, I'll use it, whatever's there, even
Yeah.
if it's laying on the floor. But yeah, I feel like white is just, it's a good towel color.
Well,
I won't. I won't use one lying on the floor. I won't use one unless it's folded coming out of the drawer
A fresh
look,
towel every shower. I know.
look,
every shower.
white works. That's why women that have had 37 boyfriends and 12 marriages wear white at their wedding. I mean, white just wipes everything clean. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what Jesus said.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. If Jesus said it,
Horse's mouth.
I believe it.
Um, and then do you, when you get in the bed, can you tell me the thread count of your sheets?
I don't have thread count
You have no sheets?
sheets. They just don't have thread count. I used to be a really big thread count guy. So I would,
Darren's like,
like,
what is a thread count?
No, I didn't understand how Greg doesn't know the thread count.
oh, I know the thread count. I don't have a thread count because my sheets aren't cotton. They're
Oh,
polyester, because I like
Uh,
they rubber.
those daily sheets. They're super soft. And they don't have those little things ever on them, no matter what the thread count, because there's no thread count. Anyway, they're called everyday sheets from Bed Bath and Beyond, which probably has collapsed.
everyday sheets. Do we have
Mhm.
those, Dre? You'll have
Peanut.
to watch this episode and you'll learn about them from
Got a
Greg.
couple of
Yeah.
peanut galleries working tonight. I personally have to use rubber sheets.
I bet you do. That's a different issue. I'm not sure
Right.
I would ever know the difference when I slide in.
I can tell you right now, Egyptian cotton's not bad.
Mhm.
We do have some sheets that we received from Andrea's mother. They're the what's the thread count on those? They're bamboo.
I've
Oh,
heard
bamboo.
Yeah, they're the sheets.
Yeah.
No joke. No cap.
No cap.
GT.
Well, I have to try those because I don't particularly care for the cotton sheets, but I
Yeah, you should
prefer
come over.
natural products over polyester because you're sleeping on a bed of oil. So
Yeah,
yeah. What about bamboo?
bamboo's
uh,
fine. It's natural. I would
yeah,
do
they're
that.
good.
Yeah, I'll
They're
try
good
them.
sheets. They
Bamboo.
are
Let me
the
make a note
sheets.
here.
They are
Bamboo
the sheets.
sheets.
I
Andrea
I
said,
heard, I heard they're called bamboo because for several different reasons. Like you can bam and boo have an accident and doesn't show anything.
or if Darren's bamming, he gets booed.
Hey man.
It reminds me of a song. It reminds me of a song I heard today.
Oh my gosh. What song was that, Roy?
Three,
Is it
what's it?
Balls Against the Wall? That's the only
Three
one I've ever heard,
know that.
3 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven. It's business time.
Okay.
No,
I
it's a
don't know that
it's
one.
a it's a spoof type song.
Okay. All
Wednesdays
right.
Wednesdays are the days we usually make love. It's business. It's business time.
Is that what it says? Wednesdays is the day you usually make love?
Yeah, we.
Oh,
It's
He
song.
goes, "Oh, I have to find it. I can't. I don't know who it is, but I heard the end of it on the radio on my drive in this morning, and it reminded me of what a funny song that is. Business time.
okay. All
And
right.
the
All right.
artist.
I can't remember. I'd have to check back with the gallery.
So
That'll be
if Wednesday's business time, my guess is you get your low T shot Friday, Saturday, and by the time Wednesday rolls around, you're peaking, and that's when.
no. That would be the opposite. Then that'd be Saturday.
No,
The
I'm just
shot.
trying to follow the Wednesday thing.
It's Prince Spaghetti night. Hump
Wednesday,
day. Hump day.
Wednesday's a hump day in our household.
Well,
Yeah.
this is Wednesday right now, and
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
my
I'm
wife
not
is
getting
in
the vibe at all.
my wife's in El Salvador, so it'll be tomorrow, I
or
guess.
or solo.
You'll have jet lag.
I don't think so. We're going in at 1 o'clock. It's 2 hour flight, 2 hour and 40 minute flight.
Oh, I'm
El
sorry.
Salvador. What's up with that?
Yeah, going on a mini vacation.
Are you going to El
Mini-
Salvador?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
That's
I
why
thought you
we're
said
doing this tonight.
instead of on Thirsty Thursday. Got it.
Thirsty Thursday. Yeah, that's what the
Yeah.
radio says.
Somebody has Thirsty Thursday. Where is that?
Is that
Heard of it.
business time?
Me?
Greg was holding up a video.
No, yeah, I mean, it is business. You guys want to see this?
The business time?
Yeah, here, look at this guy doing his business. Look, can you see it?
No, it's no. It looks like a. Oh, that's the
Oh, is that the turtle?
tortoise.
Yeah.
The turtle.
Yeah, the turtle. Yeah, he just completely collapses after sex there.
I went out one morning years ago, and there were two little tortoises, the little box turtles, getting after it at the edge of the pool first thing in the morning.
Were they fast at it or slow?
I think they were slow.
Okay.
The only reason I even think that that's what was happening is because one was on top of the other.
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's what she said. I recall a trip to the zoo when we were kids, and as we went through all the exhibits, there were no animals. Every exhibit there was just dung. It's like where the llamas were supposed to be. The llamas were nowhere to be seen. There was just piles of poop. And we went to the next one, and there was poop, and we kept hearing this sound from the distance, kind of like a oh. And we saw monkey dung and llama dung, and
Wait a second. Can you do that sound again? It didn't come through.
So we finally got to the sound to find out that it was the tortoise climbed up on the back of like the picture that you just showed, and what we heard was, I guess the male tortoise was really enunciating how much of a good time he was having. He was screaming in passionate love.
Well, there's
Like
the
worst trip to the zoo ever.
Well, first of all, what zoo was it?
I'm guessing the Detroit Zoo based on what age I was.
Well, I'm booking a flight this weekend.
Because you want to see the tortoise.
I want to see piles of dung and tortoises getting after it. But there is a video that was out years ago, went viral, and it's these two huge turtles. It's probably the thing Greg, or the same kind of thing Greg just showed.
Mm-hmm.
And the tortoises were getting after it, and he was like, and there was a little kid going, oh my goodness, and the turtle was like, oh my goodness, It's the best. I'll find it. I'll send it to you guys.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's what he said.
Yeah, literally. He said what? Oh. All right.
Maybe Roy was the little kid. Maybe that video's from way back.
That could have been me.
Roy was going, oh my goodness.
That could have been the same trip. We might be talking about the same thing.
Yeah, it probably is.
Here in a minute.
It probably
if it's a little blonde-headed boy.
I think
they didn't have video recorders back then, though.
Yes, they did.
They were just big. It was like a shoulder mount.
VHS. Right. I don't think anybody's posting.
It was what VHS was the name? Videos. Like the first
little 8mm.
What did they call those old cameras? The video cameras when they first came out.
Network television.
No, when they really
we had
just
one.
We
had one.
Amy's parents had one. like in the early 80s, and it had a cord, it had to be plugged in. He was
In the
dragging it all
tripod.
over her
Oh
dad
my
was
God.
dragging it all over the football field, chasing her brother, trying to record him. Oh,
Well,
Greg,
you used to fit a VHS size tape
right,
in and
right,
record,
right.
right? And then they
So,
made the little one.
that's a generational thing. So let me ask you this:
Mhm.
what kind of lobbyists did the VHS company have versus the Beta company? Betas were smaller. I think they were better, and they
Yeah.
got beat out. You guys remember Beta? Betamax?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Better lobbyists. I don't know.
yeah.
Because it was a neck and neck thing there for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened with that. I think we stayed VHS. I don't think we ever had Beta at our
I
house.
didn't have a Beta, but I just remember Beta's section was just as big. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. I don't know. Maybe everybody had VCRs and they did, but there was a place in Corsicana, Texas. You didn't just rent a videotape and take it home and watch it. You could rent the video, the player in this,
Oh
and it came
wow.
in a big black plastic case, kind of like tools come in. You buy these tools, these big tools, and they're in the big plastic black case. That's the VHS. You could rent a VHS for the weekend and then watch videos. You could rent the whole thing from this place in Corsicana.
I do miss. I've never heard of that, but I do miss going to Blockbuster.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. We said that
That
the
was
other
the
day.
best.
Yeah.
The kids and all of us would go after school on Friday, and they'd just go nuts. They'd
And it
rent.
would take longer to pick out the movie than it would to watch the movie.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'll tell you this: it didn't take as long as trying to figure out what you're going to watch on Netflix. That's an impossible situation. No one ever
Yeah, but
figure it
at
out.
least you can watch a little bit of it to realize you don't like it, and then just move on to something else without getting out of your bed.
Okay, that's a question. So you have a TV in your bedroom?
Yes.
I don't.
We don't either.
Greg, do you have a
Never.
TV?
Do I have a TV? What?
Do you have a TV at all?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have a TV.
One TV
Yeah.
in the whole house.
Yeah.
Me too.
Wow. Really? We
Well, I'm
have.
an odd situation. I'm in a cardboard box. I'm living in a cardboard box. There's not a lot of room for a lot of TVs.
We have
We
3.
we've only ever had one. Uh, I think. No offense, but I think king size beds and TVs in bedrooms are the beginning of the end of a marriage.
What? King size bed?
I'm a
Yeah.
big guy. I need it, and
No, you're
like
not.
I'm huge. Look at this. I need a king size bed. Once I sprawl out,
Yeah.
no, you're
I,
not.
I don't know about the TV, but I'm gonna vehemently disagree with the king size bed.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm all about the queen.
Well, the queen makes a better bed. I'm not going to argue that, but I'm a gigantic human being, and I'm not going to fit.
I wouldn't go all
Hey,
the way to gigantic, but
You're not going to argue too hard.
but I mean,
But I will say
but
this:
you have a big personality.
we have an RV. We have 3 TVs in the tiny RV, and we have 1 TV here.
See, we have one living room, one in the bedroom, and one outside on the patio.
I missed my patio TV. I had that at my other house. I have that
Yeah,
at the RV, but I don't have it here.
and
oh,
the 2 that get used the most are the patio and the bedroom.
So, Greg, if you don't have a TV in the bedroom, what do you watch your porn on?
Laptop.
so speaking of, yeah, I don't really watch that, but I wonder what the
Listen, I don't.
I wonder what the Gen Zs if they're going to have TVs because they're always streaming on their devices and such.
They
Do
don't.
do
They
your
don't.
kids have TVs?
They don't watch TV like we do. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do because of me, I think,
I know.
but I don't know if they would. You know what? They like to play their video games on the TV.
And none of
Mhm. You're
so I'm trying to think. So Alana has a TV, but I feel like if she's watching stuff, she goes because she is still at school and shares the house with a couple other girls. So they have the main TV, but I feel like she'll watch stuff on her laptop in her room.
Yeah,
Um,
they all do that.
Ashlyn, they actually just got a house. She graduated last year, and one of the very first things they did was got the TV and got it hung on the wall in the living room.
And how old is she?
Ashlyn's 24.
Okay.
She so does Ashlyn have a TV in her room? No,
Well,
just in the living room.
Aiden has Aiden has a little bit of, I don't know what it would be, but so we went to his house to watch a game a few weeks ago. I can't remember now, but he had two big TVs set up and streaming games on one, and then the other one like a box that had 4 games on it. Like it was like a control center. That looks like somebody our age would have done.
That's how Mallory's boyfriend had. He had like double stacked. He had like one up here, but like 50, I don't know, bigger than 50, probably 60 or 70 inch,
Yeah.
two on top of each other. And it was so jank.
Like, it's so what?
Jank. The way it was put together was
Oh.
janky. Just, I mean, it looked like a kindergartner screwed the TVs to the wall.
But you know what though? He had it going on. He's kind of like a Buffalo Wild Wings in his living room.
It was it was sort of like that.
I kind of think that's funny. I think that's cool.
So
now,
these
are men that aren't married. The minute they're married, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Maybe.
Right? I don't think
maybe.
Aiden's hanging 2 or 3 TVs on the wall. If I don't see that.
Well, you're probably gonna need to go over to his house and assist him in the TV hanging.
His are not hanging. So he has a TV stand, a regular old school TV stand that one sits on, and then he has this alternate TV that's set up on, I don't even know what it was sitting on.
Oh, did he do milk crates and cinder blocks and
no,
boards?
I don't even remember. I don't know what it was on. It didn't stand out to be janky. It looked
okay.
The peanut gallery is telling me it was another TV stand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So are you guys both on Mac product?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I'm not an Apple computer user.
What are you on, Roy?
It is a Dell.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my work computer.
We just got
own a laptop.
I'm not sure what.
You did what? Oh, I had to look at the back of the screen.
I know, but it was like.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I think it's a wood grain table there.
Yeah, it is a wood grain table.
Wood.
I got wood.
Yeah, the wood. Yeah.
So are you So are you a Apple lover all the way around?
Well, he's asking because of this new platform, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking because I actually heard a statistic of new dating sites where if a woman found out the guy had a Droid, they won't date him.
I believe that.
Or vice versa. If they're not using an Apple, they're not going to date them.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
I've got friends,
can't keep up with them. Can't FaceTime.
I've got hashtag friends that they wouldn't even hang out with us because we had Droids back in the day. And then once we had Apple phones, they warmed up to us.
See, that just seems so.
Well, it's silly. And here's the thing. So if you're not Apple and you're texting, it shows up green, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
So when we we kept our numbers. We went to the dark side. We finally went Apple. This was several years ago, but we were droids forever. Finally went to Apple and texted them, and they didn't even notice we'd changed colors.
See,
So
Hmm.
I don't know.
it might have been deeper than that.
Yeah, I bet it
These are
was.
fellow ex-roadhoggers that I speak of.
The
Okay.
ones with the upside down pineapple.
Who's that?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know them. Who's this?
You've not been invited. Andrea's invited probably.
Yeah.
More than likely.
No, Andrea shut it down.
Oh.
Do I know these people?
I made that up.
Oh,
Oh.
no. It was Flow Rider.
Oh, really? See, that's just, I don't know. That just seems so extremely. I don't even want to be friends with someone that will judge
That's
me based
jealous.
on what phone I use. I don't
No,
care
I know.
about that. I don't. Yeah.
It's silly. It's silly.
Yeah. But speaking of silly, what about man buns?
So that's weird you bring that up. I was listening to the local sports guys this afternoon on the way home, and they described the typical Fayetteville resident. They said he's wearing a drug rug. You know what that is, right?
A drug rug?
Drug rug. That's the Mexican sweater made out of like burlap. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like those.
yeah. I
So-
have.
I don't have it. I don't
I
have
like it.
one, but I like
They
them.
went off on it. They hated him. But so
It's like a hoodie. It's like a legit Mexican hoodie.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Darren had one for a while. I remember you wore it around.
I don't know if Andrea got rid of
You
mine.
got it in Mexico, I think. We went to Mexico and you got it.
No.
Did we go
Yeah.
to Mexico? Did we go to the border and did you hold a battery thing and like get shocked and almost die?
I thought that
Was
was
that
in a
you
movie.
there? Were you
Paid
there?
$3 to have an attempt made on my life. I paid for it. That story's come
paid-
up a lot lately.
You paid to hook a battery cables to your nipples.
Not to his nipples in his hands.
I
He
would
was
have
holding
come
them.
off better with that.
Oh.
This guy, okay. So I think it was Matamoros is where we were.
It was a Matamoros, yeah.
And so this guy, Greg and I are out partying, whatever.
And Andy Shell.
Okay. And this guy had this big box on his chest. He had a rope around his neck, and he had this big wooden box. And I don't remember what the attraction was, but you paid him $3.
You were drunk.
And he shocked you, right?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't exactly know what was going on. So you paid him $3. He has this big box around his neck, on his chest, and he has these wires coming out of it and metal pipe. And he would get 2 paper towels and wet them, and you held on to the metal. I feel like I've told the story on here before. You held on to the metal pipe, and he would crank up the juice and shock you. And
So it flowed through you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through your heart.
And Darren was
That seems smart.
So yeah, and I paid for it. So he did it, and I was like, I don't feel anything. What's the deal? And he's like, oh, see, and he cranked it, and it. You know how electricity will.
Yeah. It curled you up.
It put me on the ground. It laid me on the ground.
Oh
My God. That's probably why I have AFib now.
What?
I know. I don't know why. I don't know what.
How did?
Now let him do it.
And I'm sure
And
he
I was
encouraged it.
I was sober.
How many other people paid $3 for that?
Well, he had a business. I'm sure he didn't want.
He had
with this for no reason. I mean, you're not going to.
I mean, there was a bunch of drunk people down there in spring break.
Going to give you $3 and you're going to hit it rich. I mean, surely more than I did.
Wow. That's disturbing.
That's how ridiculous it is. For $3,
So you know how many volts were
I,
you taking?
he put me on the ground. It put
Well,
me
there's
on
a
the.
12-volt battery. I don't know how many he got to.
I mean,
Well,
so max 12, right?
but he cranked it. Like I was kind of
Mhm.
making fun of it. I was like, I don't feel anything, and he's like, all right. And
I mean,
he
but
went off.
a 12-volt battery can't release more than 12 volts, right?
Right. That's right.
So,
But cranking amps.
oh yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. You lost me. I'm not
Well,
an
I just
electrician.
bought a battery for the RV, and it had like 475, no, 4,500 cranking amps or something like that.
But that's amps, not volts.
I don't know. I'm not an electrician.
Yeah, I'm out. Finish telling me about the
Oh, the Fayetteville.
Fayetteville
So
man bun.
he's got a drug rug. Um, he's got, what were the shoes? Let me think.
Hey dudes.
I have to think about the shoes, but he had a man bun. I don't know. They were
I
making
bet it
fun.
was Hey Dudes. Yeah, Hey Dudes.
What's that? No, I don't remember that. I thought Hey Dudes were the cool new shoe.
Or maybe Vans.
No, it wasn't Vans. It was I don't remember what they said. They were talking about Tevas. They were talking about this,
Some
but that's not what they said he had on. But it
some
doesn't matter.
moccasins. All right. Well, I
So
just
why do you ask
question.
about? Yeah, why
Yeah,
do you
man.
ask about it?
Well, I just wonder if
I
you're
have the
always
opposite
going
of a man bun.
if if you do what?
I have the opposite of a man bun.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
If you're gonna wrap it up in a man bun, why not just cut it short?
I have a helipad back there where
Hell,
my man.
I have
There's
the
no obstruction.
backup runway for the space shuttle, not a helipad.
I have a helipad.
So
But,
so yeah, I'm in agreement with that. I
yeah,
guess you
why
could
not
take
just
it
cut it?
down for the weekend when you're out at a hot like a rock concert, a heavy metal concert, and
Well,
you want to.
Oh, and headbanger. Yeah,
probably the most famous man bun is Aaron Rodgers.
He cut all that
So,
off though.
but he's had it. So he's a big podcaster. We need to get him on here and ask
I
him.
Aaron.
need
Right.
to
I
have
look
him
at you.
on.
Get. I'm working on
Yeah,
Rob
Mr.
Lowe, so you can
Lowe.
work on Aaron Rodgers.
I ain't scared of him.
Now,
Aaron Rodgers got some theories, man. He's out there.
Yeah.
really,
He and
Oh,
I are on the same page.
Aaron Rodgers, man. He's an interesting cat.
Michael Phelps is taking a stab at a man bun. I saw him at the Olympics, and he had just a little bitty man
Yeah.
bun happening.
Hey, speaking of the Olympics, why is Snoop Dogg everywhere now? I
Yeah,
Everywhere.
can't stand that guy, and he's
real.
everywhere. He has
I,
nothing to add.
I
Nothing
think
to add.
people get popular for whatever reason, and then
Why?
they overdo it. They always overdo it. It's just like the Mannings. Mannings are everywhere. They overdo it. Like the Kelsey brothers. There's two. They just overdo whatever, whoever.
Yeah. I mean, he's
I
on The
do like
Voice.
I do like
He's
Snoop
Olympics.
Dogg's commentary
What
of
commentary?
when he does commentary of just random things. I mean, it's funny
He's a schnizzle.
when he does like the National Geographic commentary, and he's like, "Oh man, here come a cheetah. Oh no, he gonna try to eat somebody." Have you not seen that commentary?
No.
No.
Oh God, you got to
I tried not to find him.
I'll
pull up
tell you
some
what.
Snoop Dogg commentary.
I haven't seen that, but there was a viral video out about a honey badger, and it was like a real effeminate guy, and it's like honey badger don't care. He'll and
I like
he's
Honey Boo
showing him
Boo.
eating a cobra. Honey badger, cobra bite him all day long. He wake up, he'll eat that damn cobra. I mean, that one is hilarious. So if it's anything like that, I get it.
I
Yeah,
don't know either one of them.
you got to pull one up and just give him a chance. Great.
Yeah,
GT,
Okay.
sorry.
give Snoop a chance, man.
Give Snoop a
Okay.
chance.
We need to have that on the platform. We need a billboard. Give Stoop a chance.
You might make a T-shirt and
I don't
sell
I
them.
don't think Snoop needs my help, that's for sure.
Give Snoop
He's
a
get
chance.
he's getting it done.
He is getting it done.
So what do
Mhm.
we got tonight?
Well, I've been asking, and you may say wait till we get a Z on the show, but I've been asking people about. So I'll ask you: do you still receive? Do you get a bank statement in the mail? A paper bank statement?
No. No.
I did up until a year and a half ago. At this point, I don't know. Do we still get it in the mail? Everything got moved to online when I
Okay,
stopped boomering it up. When I finished the rent houses, I dropped the mic and I
I
started
got you.
looking at all that stuff. So
So
Amy's in the future and I was in the past.
I've asked in the last, I don't know, several days about 10 different people, and one person said they actually still, and he was a millennial, still gets a paper statement.
That's
So
surprising.
then do you reconcile your checking account any longer?
I don't
Amy,
think people do.
Amy does.
Like legit reckon you go through the statement and
She doesn't do it every month. She lets it build up until it's a problem, and then she does it. And when I say a problem, I'm like taxes and trying to find.
yeah, the accountant needs the information.
Right. I
We do.
never have. I never learned how to do that. My mom was an accountant, so I'd always give it to her to do. And it would drive her crazy the way I handle things. I mean, it like she just
Yeah,
has. She's like Greg. She has that brain. It has to come out to the penny. And she's like, I'm 18 cents off, and I don't know where. I was like,
yeah,
it's close enough.
18
She's like,
cents.
no. It just makes people like that nutso.
So I asked, some of the answers that I got were extremely interesting. Like, do you reconcile your bank statement? And the funniest answer I got was, "What's that?
What is that?
What
Yeah.
do you mean? What?" I'm like, like balance it.
Yeah.
And then I also, so how often do you check your account? Like, how often will you go? I'm assuming you have the app, since you don't get a statement. You have the bank app on your phone. How often do you look at your statement, at your bank account?
Greg.
I don't ever look at it, Mariana. I mean, I'm an accountant, and I reconcile the books at work. But Mariana does the home finances.
So you
I
I
never
never
look.
look at it. I never
I
look at it.
haven't looked at an account in a year and a half. I'm telling
Wow.
you, when I got
Good
done,
for you.
I haven't
You
looked.
did drop the mic.
I
What
just
about your credit card? So I'm assuming if you're spending it on the credit card. And
no,
then
you know what I use? I have a Chime account. So when I moved here, I DoorDash. The first thing I did was DoorDash. And when I DoorDashed, they suggested to get a Chime account and the DoorDash money would go directly in it. So I opened up a Chime account and I, all the jobs I've had here, I just use my Chime account. So it's on my phone and I use
so you
that
just pay with,
card. Now, I'm not paying bills with that. I like
but your paycheck doesn't go on. You have to just
yes.
fund it.
No, my paycheck goes to my Chime.
I don't even
And
know what a
my
Chime
RPM
is.
paycheck went to Chime also.
I've never heard of Chime until just now.
It's not like a real bank. I don't know. It gives you problems when you try to pay somebody, but it's great for going out, dinner, gas, whatever. But to pay bills with it is a problem.
But businesses take it. Like if I go to the gas station to buy a sausage biscuit, I can
It
pay for it with
it
my
it
Chime account.
it goes faster than a regular credit card.
Hmm.
It's like instant. It just I pull it out. I'm pulling it out of my pocket and it says you're good. It's the best for that.
Hmm.
I don't have my wallet on me. I'd show you, but and it's weird. It's metal.
Oh, it's a card.
It's a metal card. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was the app on your phone, like a Venmo.
Well, no, I have it. And like when I use it, I'll get a little notification on my phone instantly. You just paid $13.07 at whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think so. They're only online so I think they're,
They're not
they're
a true
being,
bank.
yeah, they're only an online bank.
And so,
Hmm.
like, actually paying somebody, sending somebody a check or paying a bill is somewhat of a problem.
Right.
You can, like, I had a fair amount of money in there just sitting there, not doing anything. So someone finally told me you can have a check mailed to you from your account because I wanted to put it in a CD.
But
And
you can't transfer it
I
like
couldn't
your
I couldn't
Venmo
go
or
to the bank.
cash.
Right. I couldn't take it to the financial institution and buy a CD. I had to go through a whole jumping through hoops rigmarole. So on my app, well, the app doesn't work actually. You had to go on the computer. No, I think it did work on the app. I don't know. It's been a year. So they would only send a check so big. So I had a couple of checks mailed to me. I got it in a few days and then I took it down to the bank and I bought a CD with it. So, but there's a few hoops to jump through.
Never
So
heard of it.
yeah, yeah, I've only heard of it because I have some employees that have it, but I, I don't reconcile my account. Do you reconcile yours, Roy?
I don't. I haven't. I wasn't even when I got paper statements. I would get it close. I look at it to make sure that there's nothing fishy,
Mm, Mariana does that.
and but I don't.
Yeah, I did
No,
that.
I don't reconcile it. I don't
Like,
get the
like what
statement and
what I would do, and it wasn't a personal account; it was like a business account. So if I bought blinds and appliances for a house and blah blah blah, the
right.
rent would come in, and I'd write down in the ledger how much money came in, and if I wrote a check, and I kept up with it that way. But when I got the statement, I didn't. I did. I went through there and make sure nothing was fishy,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Way back when I guess when I got the statements, I started with the reconciling, but now I mainly use the credit card for daily purchases
Yeah, me
to
too.
get the reward points, and then I'll pay it. But
Yeah,
um,
yeah, same.
but and it's not uncommon though that I might pay my credit card 2 or 3 times a month. I don't wait and
Oh,
pay it.
really?
Yeah, because those big numbers start to get intimidating.
Well,
Well,
and I'll go ahead, Greg.
I was just gonna say that I I think reconciling probably has value because
Oh
I
yeah.
find errors in
Oh,
in
of
my
course.
corporate accounts often. A $640 error last month where they posted item $64 and it was supposed to be 700 something. And then they reversed it and they reversed it the wrong way. So they actually took money from my account again. So yeah, uh,
See,
you know,
I'm looking for stuff like that, but I'm looking a couple times a week just to make sure. Yep, that was all me. So,
yeah.
but
And I've got a story to touch on that. So, talking about kind of going through it, make sure nothing's fishy. So, I back when I was part of society and I did things and check things.
before
So
you lived in a van down by the river.
before I lived in a van down, but that's exactly
Cardboard box.
cardboard box. This old box is what we'll call it. Um, so so I had this credit card that I would use. Well, I've got different ones, so I don't remember. This is a long time ago. But anyway, so the statement came in, and there were charges to Walmart. There were charges to the Louisiana Real Estate Commission for like re-upping your license. Nothing odd, right? Because this is the same stuff I would spend money on. Because I go to Walmart, it's a realtor, this, that, and the other. But then I noticed two charges. There was a charge, and this was my card, right?
Hmm.
there was a charge to a place called Ross, and
Oh yeah, Ross for less.
there was a charge to a gas station called Autos in Shreveport. I've never been inside of a Ross, and I've never been to Autos, and I'm like, oh, this isn't right. Well, we start looking into it. Well, our real estate commission charge was on a card that Amy had. This was somebody I worked with stole my card and
Mm.
Oh,
charged her. Well, she was my assistant actually. She
rude.
charged my card. She paid for a real estate license. She was buying groceries at Walmart, gas, went to Ross. And I mean, but if I hadn't seen Autos, like a weird store I'd never been to,
She's just running it up.
running it up.
Wow.
And
That's
So
and,
as
crazy.
long as she was just going to Walmart, she had you. You just thought it was you.
and Amy's chirping from the crow's nest saying no harm, no foul. So that is that something I said or was that told to me? So yeah, there was sort of a tryst going on. One of the big bosses was pretty plugged in to this gal, and I went to him about the problem, and he said no. Because the reason why he said no harm, no foul is because I have reported it. They gave the money back to us on the card, whatever they do, right? And so I went to this partner at the place, and he because I thought he was the one to go to, right?
You would think.
It never it never got addressed. Now I addressed it with her, and she kind of disappeared. But then I went to him because we all worked in the same place. I guess he used the term "no harm, no foul." And years
But there
later,
was harm and there was a foul.
well, but he had something going on with her. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was
I've
very
worked in that environment too.
So years later, I forgot about it. I'm not thinking about it anymore. The owner of the company,
BRB.
Be
I
right
think
back.
Greg's playing with the functions.
So years later, the owner of the company came in my office, shut the door. He's like, I just found out so and so stole your credit card and ran up a bunch of charges. How did I not know about that? And I was like, well, I went to one of your top dogs here, and
That's as far as it went.
we handled it the way that. And he's like, man, anytime that happens, you come straight to me. So it was a weird thing.
Yeah.
And she was like a best friend. We had the best time working together, laughed at everything. It was we killed it in bit. I mean, it was fantastic. And she messed it up by doing it was just
I always have a great time with you too when I'm spending all your money on your credit card.
yeah, that's why she was laughing all the way to the bank.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
All the way to Walmart.
Literally.
To Ross.
To Ross.
Literally.
Would you go to Ross? Would you go to a show enough place? Would you go to
Well, that's
Ross?
what I'm saying. If I have your credit card, I'm not shopping at Ross. I'm going to Dillard's or I don't know.
But
maybe she thought you looked like you dressed like you went to Ross, and so she didn't want to get caught.
Yeah, she thought it would. Ross has some good stuff though.
Guy clothes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've never been in Ross.
I bought Lucky jeans at Ross. Yep, at Ross.
You wear Lucky jeans?
Those are my favorite blue jeans. Are Luckies. Yep.
Really?
Never
the
heard
stretch.
of it.
I bought a pair. I bought a pair of Lucky jeans in 2006, and I was out shopping with a girl. I was single, and she's like, "You got to buy Lucky jeans," and they were super expensive.
Yeah,
super
I have several. If you go to Lucky, they're going to be $100 and a quarter.
I went to Lucky; they were super expensive.
Yeah, but at Ross, they're not.
Okay. Well, I didn't go to Ross. I went with a girl to Lucky's. I felt like I had to kind of show out and get whatever she said get, and they were whatever. They were expensive. In 2006, they were expensive.
Yeah.
And
they're probably $600 now.
They
And
were
then
good jeans,
I
though.
couldn't stand them. They didn't fit well. They definitely weren't stretch at the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone broke in my house and stole them, and man, I was so thankful because I was like, "Oh, good," because now I don't feel like I have to wear them because I felt
Yeah.
like, man, as much as I paid for them, I needed to wear them, and insurance paid me for them. So,
Oh, good.
You know
See,
what? I'm glad you brought that up, Greg. Don't you guys have houses in Tampa? And if so, how are they?
that was the house in Tampa that was broken into, and the house is fine. The refrigerator went out, unrelated, and so I just had to buy a new refrigerator this
or
week.
it could have
Hurricane,
been the
right?
the electric
Yeah, the
flipped.
hurricane,
Uh,
but as far as Helene or Milton or whatever it was, neither one of them affected.
What about
That
Mari?
house is her house we sold.
Oh,
So yeah, but that was the one we have there now is a 1927 bungalow
yeah,
oh
we
wow,
shotgun house.
stayed there.
Yeah, you've been there, and it just, I mean, it's crazy how that something like that can just last.
they don't build
A
them like
pier
they
and
used
beam
to.
house, and no, the shingles. Surprised they stay on.
Well,
It's
most
crazy.
of our rentals were built during World War II for the
Horse,
ammunition plant people
yeah,
to live in. 1942. These were 1942 houses, and they're ticking along, man. You know,
yep.
Yeah,
little 2 bedroom,
yeah.
one bath.
Two
Two
by
years, that
fours,
house will
two
be
by
100
fours
years
were
old.
bigger then.
Do what?
2x4s were bigger then.
So they
Oh,
weren't
that's right.
bigger. They might have been bigger, but the real difference is when you take one of those houses down, which we've done, is the 2x4s are in really good shape, but they're not made out of pine.
No, but and they are bigger. The
They are
original,
bigger. They're
they actually
true
were
two by.
2x4.
Two by
Now
four.
they're
Okay, yeah,
one
yeah,
and a half by 3 1/4. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
ish.
yeah. They're not made out of white pine though
But
either. They're something
No.
else.
Well, what was yours made out of? And I was going to say something else. I can't think of what it was now. What was yours?
What those old two by
What?
fours?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're not white. Like if you look at the white pine that we typically have today, that's not that. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, I
Well,
don't
they're
know what it is either. It
probably
might be oak.
pine. It's just true pine. It's
could
probably
be.
just, you know what I mean? They grow pine so fast now. It's
Yeah,
tight and dark. The wood from these old houses are real dark,
Hmm.
dark. Yeah, it's dark. It's
but I think
different.
it's pine.
Yeah, it could be
I don't
pine.
know.
It's just different, and they're heavier.
I'm
They're
gonna,
a lot heavier. They're more dense.
I'll ask Amy
Right.
what it was. She was around back
Oh my gosh,
Oh
that's
man.
so mean.
So I stumbled on a list. You're always throwing out terms, and I can't see making this a quiz because I know you if you don't know what these words mean. So terms that Gen X brought to life.
Okay, let's
All,
hear it.
so it was just it's a short list. You can have it as a quiz if you want it as a quiz, but chill pill.
Oh yeah,
then. Now, who brought these
So these
up?
are these
Gen X.
I stumbled on the list. The list was term words and terms that Generation X made.
Oh,
It like we there are words, there are terms.
I didn't hear you say Gen X because I was like, that's a total Gen X term.
Yeah, no, these are Gen X terms. Terms we made our generation made famous. How about
Yes.
that?
So
hmm
yeah,
So
everybody's gonna know that. That's like super easy.
I mean,
hmm
it might be fun to come back with a Z on it and see if they know
yeah, I
what
Yeah,
a
agree.
chill pill
let's
is. But
we kind
but and
of did
then
that one time. We had some millennial sayings, and Jasmine had to guess that, and then we had Gen X. No, she had to
The
guess the
opposite.
Gen
Yeah.
X, and we
you're
had to
saying
guess.
say you're saying save them.
No,
Yeah,
you can go
same.
ahead. Okay, you want
Okay.
to save them? That's good. That's good. That's
No,
good.
go ahead. I don't know. We're gonna know them.
Oh, I know you're gonna, but gnarly,
Gnarly. Yeah.
gnarly. I have to have my glass. Rock,
That's
like rock that
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah.
oh
Oh my God, Darren, you rock.
yeah.
I mean, same word, just
You're right.
it's
You're
not
right.
the stone
You
in your.
rock and your gnarly's the opposite
Oh,
situation.
remind me to come back because I want to ask if they. So Andrea has a term. She said they used to say mug.
Mhm.
And I feel like that might be a geographical thing because I grew up in the suburbs of Detroit. We didn't say mug,
Now, I
but
use the term mug down, and that's kissing.
she's using it like Andrea. Use it in a sentence.
No, it's not a sentence. It's like mug, like I got you.
So what she's saying is like, oh mug, like I got you,
Oh, I
mug.
don't.
And I think that was just a Fayetteville.
Yeah, that's a hillbilly term.
That's hilarious.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
I can.
You're just wearing the headphones for looks. Here, let me put mine on.
Hey,
all
so
right,
Roy,
yeah.
mugging down is considered a regional term most commonly used in parts of southern and midwestern United States, particularly in Texas and Oklahoma. It refers to kissing or making out. The phrase isn't
Really?
widely recognized outside of those regions, which gives it a distinctly local flavor.
But
That's interesting.
you're not
I didn't know it
referring
was
to it, and you're as mugging down as kissing.
No, as a stupid
She didn't grow up in Oklahoma.
But I mean, Fayetteville's kind of close to Oklahoma. But
Grub.
Yeah, I think they have less teeth.
Amy said in her
person.
high school, Amy in her high school used the word grub when mugging. It moved to mug.
so
I
we
think she moved to Dallas, and that's when she changed it to mug.
grub
she meant
was.
eat.
That's what I was thinking. Grub to me is eating. That's what you grub down. You get something to eat.
Yeah, it is. But she's saying kissing. Maybe they
Was
kiss more aggressively at that school.
yeah, they must have been extremely,
Maybe
or they were
they're,
chomping on,
maybe they're eating each other's tongues.
and they thought that was a meal, so they were grubbing. Or maybe dude's tongue was like a grub worm.
Or maybe something else was.
Yeah, the hedgehog.
Ooh, hey.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't alive.
But so yuppie.
Yuppie,
Yes.
yeah, of
That's
course.
one of ours. And
Yeah.
this
Greg
was
had a business partner that I called Prep. But
preppy,
Yuppie, same thing.
preppy,
Hmm.
yuppie. Yeah, I don't know preppy. Yeah, I guess that's about the same thing. The next
And he's
couple
one of
are
the countryest guys I know now, and I don't know. He dressed nice. That's why I called him Prep.
He used to dress nice, yeah.
He did in school.
Hmm.
I don't know him. The
No,
next two are a couple of my favorites, but Dis,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had forgotten about that one, but even
Now
better.
it's
Disney,
called
man.
throwing shade.
Why are you dissing?
He
Why are you
dissed
throwing
me.
shade? It's called throwing shade now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
hella,
Or it was 10 years ago.
hella,
Do I
hella.
Hella good
never
time.
use that?
No, me
Really?
either.
That's a large quantity.
Oh, I
Hella.
don't know. I mean,
All
I've
right.
heard you say it. You're holding on to it.
I'm holding on to it, dude.
I know you are because you used it last weekend.
Did I really?
I'm pretty sure you did.
What did I have? Was it like a plethora? Would you prefer to use the word plethora?
I would be more comfortable. Yes.
Or an overabundance?
Hey, are you
Yeah.
coming in for the LSU game?
I am. I'll be in Friday afternoon.
Good.
Um,
Is your girl coming?
she's playing. She should be. She's.
She better.
Everybody's got the. Andrea's coming.
Good. Okay.
Nick and Haley are coming up from Fort Worth, Texas, with the baby.
Does she?
Ashlyn's coming.
Does Andrea still keep up with the girl that was the biggest partier in her class?
That's not possible.
She passed away.
Yeah. Not
Mm.
long after. Not long after that. It's my understanding.
It happens.
So, yes.
That's the
yeah.
price you have to pay.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I'm not sure. I know. I do know, but off the top of my head, I can't. remember what happened.
Mhm.
So I think I might, but I don't know. But no, she doesn't. If she did, I would love to. But she keeps up with her mother, with that girl's
With
mom.
with that girl's mom, not her
Yeah,
own mom. Okay, I
right.
got you.
Well, and her own mom, and her own mom. She talks to her own mom quite a bit.
Okay.
Um,
So I mean, by I
How did you
guess
mix that up? Of course,
by
it's that.
I know.
definition,
Yeah, she talks to her own mom.
I was just joking. By definition, I guess by the rule of the law, then
And her
she
pets.
actually is the
Right. Now
she
she's
takes
now the.
over. Yeah,
I feel like that's the way it would work. Yes,
yeah,
definitely. She's
yeah.
now
She
the
would take
biggest
over
party.
as the biggest partier. Yeah. Okay. Well, one
So
man's loss is another man's gain.
yes.
Boy, howdy.
So,
There's never been truer words spoken.
Boy, howdy. He said,
Oh, I know what I was going to say earlier. Speaking of boy, howdy, you guys were talking about these yuppie jeans or whatever.
lucky.
If I can't buy skin tight Wranglers that already have a Copenhagen
okay.
ring back pocket already, I'm not buying them.
Wait a second.
Is
Wait a
that your
second.
MO?
Do you wear jeans?
If I can't buy
Are
skin
you
tight
quoting a country song?
with a pressed in ring in the back pocket from Copenhagen, Skull does not work. It has to be Copenhagen. I ain't buying jeans.
So do you take your Copenhagen can with you to make sure it fits?
Uh, I slap my Copenhagen thing with my
Hey,
third finger.
tell me, I get that. That's all you buy. So do you buy? Do you have any jeans right now? Do you currently own
I
any
have jeans on
jeans?
right now.
Do you? Okay.
It
Okay.
was 31 degrees this morning, and yeah, I pulled
Yes, it
out
was
the jeans.
40 in Memphis.
It froze last night here. I'm wearing jeans. You want to see?
So I think jeans are one of the most uncomfortable uh, articles of clothing ever invented. So I try
New
not to ever wear them unless I go country dancing.
old jeans are the new jeans. Probably
If
you're lucky. Is what
if
you're talking
they're
about.
not stretch, I'm not buying them.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
The new
No cap.
jean is
Okay.
great, but the old diaper, saggy diaper,
Mm-mm.
too long a waisted, funky fitting jean, which that's what these are I have on right now, are the old type. I was showing off my loaded diaper today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, were you showing off your skull can? I mean, I'm sorry, your Copenhagen can.
If I can't buy
He said that. What do you? If
skin
you can't
tight
buy
Wranglers
skin
with a
tight Wrangler jeans with the
pre pressed in Copenhagen ring in the back pocket, I'm not buying them.
is that a
Okay.
song? Is that a country song
No,
you're singing?
Song I just
that's his
that
youth.
that is my heart. That
That's
is
his.
my
That's the
passion.
people in his youth.
That is my passion, and that's how I truly. That's who the inner self is of me.
So that's
I
Every,
your
every
spirit
one of
animal,
our friends from Corsicana had those
the skin tight Wrangler jeans.
with the Copenhagen
it wasn't just
seal.
them. There's a lot of people wear that.
And Blooming Grove, Chad and Greg and yeah, yeah. You know, Greg was not some superstar hero athlete, but he played cornerback and he did something that uh, all cornerbacks probably dream of doing. He intercepted a
Oh,
pitch, and ran it back for a touchdown.
yeah, that's a big
And
moment.
I played cornerback, and I never intercepted a pitch and ran it back for a touchdown. And I was faster and and probably better at the game. But man, he's got that to his name.
Yeah, I mean I would put that on my resume.
Oh, for
I
sure.
honestly don't know about this play or this game. Was it an away game?
It was an away game, yeah.
You know what I feel like? I feel like I was the homely piccolo player in the stands.
You played the piccolo?
No, that's a Taylor Swift
It's a
song.
song.
The lonely piccolo player.
Well, I'm glad I didn't know it.
The Peanut Gallery said I had the band wrong. It's the Dixie Chicks
Oh,
or
okay.
the Chicks. I
The
thought it was
Chicks. Yeah.
Swift. I don't think it was Taylor Swift.
I don't think you can call them Dixie anymore. That's now offensive.
No, I said Chicks. I apologize.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me.
You-
Yeah, don't delete it.
Yeah, that song though is
What?
not a bad song.
Huh? What?
I don't know.
The boy went off to the war and then came back and so forth. It's a it's a good song.
It's a Taylor Swift song, isn't it?
It's
Or is it a
Dixie.
Chick song?
Yeah, Chicks.
Okay,
Uh,
my bad.
Hey, you remember when those two chicks used to sing national anthem at the Ranger games before the other?
That
Uh,
was they were called the Courtyard Dogs. No, Courtyard Hounds. And they had a different lead singer, and then Natalie Maines got with them, and then they became the Dixie.
yeah, blew up. Yeah.
So speaking of the national anthem, when you're at a game and when it's national anthem, do you sing along?
I do.
Like at what level?
Very low.
Yeah, I'm not belting it out.
Oh no! So there's a guy
I
at
do.
the
Go ahead.
there's a guy at the Arkansas Razorbacks football games.
Hmm.
I could probably give a section and a row, but he absolutely wails at. I'm
I
guessing
love it.
That's awesome.
I love
at
it.
at a like a baritone every single game.
I
Every
love it.
game, he is
That's
just
awesome.
say can you? He absolutely
I
belts
love
it
it.
out and kills it. And I want so bad to turn around and watch him
Yeah,
instead of
Do it.
It's
I love it.
Don't be
I love it.
shy like Andrea.
so I just
There's a girl at church that does that as well on every song, and
yeah.
she's behind me, but she sounds so good,
What
man.
do you
I
have a
mean,
signed
I
meeting?
Do what?
well, we're Baptist. We kind of set the
Oh
same
yeah, that's
pace.
all. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that's all you had
yeah,
to say. Yeah,
yeah.
it's you don't go to a Baptist church and just sit where you want.
No,
You
no.
need to ask somebody if that's their seat.
Yeah,
Well, that
that's
ain't
right.
just Baptist. That's Methodist too.
Well, yeah.
So I have a little known fact about me that you guys, Greg probably knows this because
Okay.
we have baseball ties. But I always do my best to go to a game when a Canadian team is playing, right? Whether it be
Mhm.
hockey, baseball. There used to be two baseball teams, but now there's one Toronto. So anyway, if I'm going to pick a random game, I'm going to see the Toronto Blue Jays play the Rangers because
Okay.
they play the Canadian national anthem,
Right.
"O Canada." And
Oh, Canada.
talk about belting it out. I will belt out, "O Canada,
Canada, we
our
stand
home
on guard
and
for thee.
native
We
land."
stand on guard for thee.
That's right. I love it.
Better
think I
than
Yeah.
the.
I was a Canadian in a former life, I think.
So you prefer the Canadian national anthem over the?
It's just different, and it's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
special thing when they have it. So
I
it just jazzes me up.
I love that. I when I lived in Jamaica, they played the Jamaica national anthem before every show, like a concert. Before every concert, they had intermission at the theaters, and they would play the national anthem before the movies. They would show it as and then they would have intermission, which is unbelievable that they still had intermission at the time. But the national anthem was awesome. It
I don't know.
was really
Can
is
you?
a
Yeah. Can you?
Heavenly
Can you
Father, bless this land, guide us with thy mighty hand. To our leaders, keep their fingers, grant us freedom from above. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
That's
all right.
awesome. I think we have us a couple of clips to put out to this
I
week.
I I assumed it would be more like we jamming. We jump
Yeah,
in mine.
right.
No, it's very religious, and but people they sing it all the time. So I mean, you couldn't help but learn it because they sing it every night, and yeah, all around. But I love it. I
Wow.
love the yeah.
You
Yeah.
only need to hear them a couple times
Right.
to get it
That's the
down.
way
I
I
like
was.
to.
So Greg and I had season tickets to the Rangers back in the day, and these Canadian teams would come through, and exactly they played it a few times, and I'm like, man, I'm in on that. I love that. I'm always going to come to Toronto, or if the Maple Leafs are coming to play the Stars or whatever, I want to be there. I want to sing that Canadian national anthem.
By the way, I know I'm a really bad singer. I just
No, that was
mm,
good. I mean,
It got sketchy. It was like,
yeah, you're.
oh, yeah.
I don't think your mic was. You got too far from the mic. You needed.
I
You
don't.
needed
I
to.
don't. I don't. I think I'm going to get a new mic. I'm not sure this USB mic is that great. I'm going to
I
see
know.
if
I
I can.
think it was the distant. Come in closer and give it another
how
Jamaica
did
land.
mine do? How did mine do?
Yours did pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamaica.
That's way better. Come on.
Jamaica,
Okay.
land that we love.
You got to own it. Like,
Yeah.
bring it in.
Mhm. That's probably right. All right. Well, hey, do you guys have anything else before you guys want to head out?
Before we go to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Alice, thank you. Have a nice day.
That's what she said.
That was abrupt.
Yes, it was. Somebody else needs to have the hand on the.
What other kind of buttons do you have? Just like click on some stuff real quick.
Okay.
And then
Let's see.
Yeah, we're testing.
Let's see. Yeah. We'll see what we have here. We have
Girl, you got claps.
yeah,
who's
so
got clap?
we had the be right back there. Be right
Yeah.
back in case Darren has to go get a drink. The welcome.
Welcome.
We can add our own, which is
On.
great. Oh. You got the countdown. I'm gonna get rid of that welcome. Yeah, let's see. You got and then
You
you
got a
got
Zima sign.
Are
I
there
think
any an o'clock?
so we get a different background there.
Yeah, it's Pride Month.
And
No,
then we
it's
have
not.
some
It's
Well, that
June.
background was.
can you guys hear the music?
We look like liberals now. We got blue. Yeah, I can hear a little music.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah,
Bob,
so
start flowing.
which background do you like the best? You like the
I don't look good in yellow.
the yellow me either. The blue
Oh,
and
that's
black
cool.
It's kind of
Looks like
distracting.
Bruce.
or just the black.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there
All right,
red?
that's kind of all we
Razorback
got. That's all we
red?
got there. No Razorback red, but we can add this. So that the good thing about this one is you can add anything you want. So
You know what we need when Jasmine's not here? We need a cardboard cutout of her and put her in the
we
corner.
can. Oh, you know what?
Just
Instead of a cardboard cutout, we'll just take a picture, one of her pictures, and we'll add her picture in as like the
or
background.
maybe
there.
one of those like the big head thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We
that's a good
need
idea.
one with her doing this.
Yeah.
Primp,
Or no, it's
primping.
this.
Yeah.
And
Putting on a lipstick. Yeah.
yes, 100%. That'd be great. With her lip
I have to
gloss.
find. I've had to find one with her primping and see if we can put it on
Oh,
here.
that's not gonna be hard to find.
Oh, there's
That's different.
circles, squares.
Kind of
Or-
Facebooky.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we have.
Right.
Did you guys? We'll see if the audio is any better, and see if if it edits well, and we'll go from there.
All right, sounds good.
Safe
Hey, thank you
travels.
guys for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Roy.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
Roy. Thank you, Greg, and thank you, Roy, and thank you, Jasmine. I hope you're having fun in Charlotte, wherever she said she was going.